He's written 70 children's books, including Boys of Steel. The creators of Superman, Marc Tyler Nobleman, a longtime writer for Nickelodeon and cartoonist, is here to talk about this. This is the story that's never been told about the guys who created Superman.
That's right.
And I want to just show some of the pictures so we can see. It's kind of very comic book-esque, almost.
Yeah, the style is very Art Deco, 1930s, when the story takes place.
And I asked you, these are the two guys that came up with the idea for Superman. You told me a couple of really cool stories. There's a theory that the reason that Superman was bulletproof. Tell me a little bit about this.
Well, Superman, of course, is bulletproof, and Jerry Siegel, the writer of Superman, in the 1930s, his father worked at a clothing store. He died during a robbery. Before my book, everybody had been saying that he was shot to death, and I was the first to find out that he actually did die during a robbery, but not by murder. He had a heart attack.
Oh.
So there is a theory that Superman was bulletproof because of this, but Jerry Siegel never said that. It's just speculation.
So give me an idea of what we walk through in this book. And you say the Kansas tie really is that Superman's rocket supposedly landed in Smallville,
right.
Kansas, this fictional place.
That's right. Smallville is fictional, but it was in Kansas, and that is why I like to come back to Kansas, because that is something fun to tell people. Kids like that. So the story is a true story. It tells the story of these two young guys who were geeks before the word was used in the 1930s.
Sure.
And they had this idea that was unprecedented. A superhero had never been done before. And that was what started the superhero industry and the comic book industry, really.
And you had to get permission from the Superman folks, and you were explaining to me there were some restrictions. Tell me about that a little bit.
Yeah, DC Comics owns Superman, and unless you're writing for them, you have to be very careful. We did get permission to do the book, but beyond that, we didn't have to clear things with them. We couldn't use Superman on the cover, so this was our way of getting around it. We had
like a shadowed character.
Yeah, looming shadow, which people can tell is Superman even without the word, I think. That's how iconic he is. And we had to be just very limited in how many times we showed him inside the book.
Any surprises in the book? Did I already ask that?
Well, I mean, we talked about that a little bit. Basically, just the fact that I'm telling it in this format.
Oh, sure.
Everybody knows Superman, but nobody knows anything about where he came from. And in 70 years, no one had ever written a book about these guys, a standalone biography. So I just think it's telling that the first time someone did it was for children, really.
And you're in town to present this book. You're going to be at an elementary school?
I'm speaking at a school today, Pleasant Ridge in Overland Park, and then I'm going up to Ottawa for a children's literature festival.
Okay, well, welcome to Kansas City.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Tie to Kansas, connection to Missouri because you're by Kansas, because Superman had some areas. So, again, in town, pretty cool book. You can pick it up at bookstores, I'm assuming.
Yes, you can.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.